Okay, so pre-construction closing costs. A pre-construction closing isn't like your standard resale closing. There are some similarities like the land transfer tax, but they pretty much end there. In a typical pre-construction closing, you'll have 7 major fees to pay over and above your purchase price. I'm going to list them in the order of most to least substantial. Number 1 is the land transfer tax. Land transfer tax can be provincial and municipal. This depends on where you buy geographically. Land transfer tax applies to both resale and pre-construction transactions. In both cases, it's charged on final closing and calculated based on the purchase price of the property. In order to get specific numbers, I encourage you to Google land transfer tax calculators, and many of them will pop up. One more thing to keep in mind is the relationship between price and land transfer tax. The higher the purchase price, the higher the tax. There is some good news. If you're a first-time home buyer, you will qualify for an instant rebate of the tax at the time of closing. The rebate values cap out at $4,475 for the City of Toronto and $4,000 for the Province of Ontario. Also, if you buy outside of the City of Toronto boundaries, you will only require to pay one tax, which is the provincial tax. Next is HST. If you're an investor, it is mandatory to pay HST on closing up to a maximum of $24,000. You'll be getting these funds back after you sign a 1-year lease with a tenant, and it must be a 1-year lease. If you're an end user and you intend on living in a unit, occupying it as your primary residence, you do not need to worry about this at all. Builder closing costs, also known as builder levies, is another significant expense. So what are they? These are essentially development charges that the city imposes on the developer, which the builder then passes on to a lesser extent to the buyer. These are usually capped by the builder at a specific amount, depending on a suite type. Can vary between $10,000 to $30,000. Make sure you ask about these when signing and ensure that they're capped at a reasonable amount. A reasonable amount is anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 for a 1-bedroom, 1+ den, and $20,000 to $30,000 or so for 2 bedrooms and up. Next, you have the utility hookup, which is the hookup of your utilities, such as gas, hydro. It's about $1,500, but will vary project to project. Maintenance fee reserve fund contribution is mandatory, which is your maintenance fees times 3 contributed to the condominium corporation at the time of closing to build an initial reserve fund to essentially get the condo going at the beginning. There's a Tarion enrollment as well, which is a mandatory new home warranty for any new home purchased in Ontario. Whether a condo or freehold, you have to sign up for Tarion. This warranty cost varies based on the purchase price of the home and caps out at $2,000. The warranty, though, is up to 7 years and has different coverages for items within the home. 1-year coverage covers small defects in work and materials, along with a long list of other items. 2-year covers water penetration and electrical, and 7 covers major structural. This warranty is a great benefit to any buyer. Finally, you have the lawyer fee. For 2 closings, because in pre-construction you have 2 closings, an interim closing and a final closing, approximately $1,500 to $2,000 is a fee that you can expect to pay. It is extremely important to be aware of these fees and not get blindsided on closing. I always recommend that my clients allocate between 2.5% to 3% of the purchase price of the property towards closing costs.